Hi and welcome to Stuart's Workshop. Today we're going to bid on a 2014 Volkswagen Up at Addiewell Salvage auction. So I just thought I'd take you through the pictures of the car with the damage on the front, and then obviously take you through the bidding process, and we'll be able to see how much you pay for the car. So quick look round the images, and you can see there 62,000 miles the car's running. See, it's actually running in that picture. No airbag damage. There seems to be some sort of vent missing there, but nothing major. I'm not seeing any airbag damage or anything untoward. Under the bonnet, obviously the front panel's damaged. Headlight on the offside's definitely damaged. Front bumper's definitely damaged. Definitely needs a new front panel. Zooming in on the engine, I'm not seeing any engine damage, and it looks like it's holding fluid, so it should be okay. It looks like it's sitting on its mount, so the impact hasn't affected the way the engine sits. Quick look at the turrets, making sure that there's not any sort of serious structural damage. And here we are bidding on the car, sitting at 1,020 with myself as the winning bidder, running down the clock for 18 seconds. So we're getting to about the limit of what I'm prepared to pay for this car, so hopefully we will be the winning bidder at 1,020 or thereabouts. Bear in mind that there's fees to go on top of this and the final delivery charge back to my premises. So not winning, being outbid at 1,020, it's now at 1,030. I'm not the winning bidder. And again, the clock's counting down. 6, 5, 4 seconds, have a wee final bid on it. Starting to think to myself, I'm not getting this car, and I don't want to pay any more than what I've bid. This was probably round about the last bid I wanted to make on this car. Winning bidder, 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go. Closing, and did we win it? Yes, winning bidder at 1,040 plus fees, plus delivery. Car's going to be at my premises for round about the £1,200 mark, I would imagine. Okay, so the little Volkswagen Up that we bought at auction has arrived. Thought I'd take you a little walk round, go through the good bits and the bad bits. It's not all bad, it's not all good. I'll flip you around, we'll get a look round it. So, there she is. Front end damage, which we knew about, obviously. Start at the side. So, obviously, driver's side front wing. Door's okay, although that edge down there might have a wee bit of damage on it, just with it getting opened onto the wing after the damage. A wee note to myself, there's no foot brake on it, for whatever reason. Handbrake works. Something I didn't notice, bit of corrosion on the filler neck, on the filler flap. Quite common on these, easy fix. Didn't notice it in the photos, wish I had, doesn't matter. Bit of scuffing on the back bumper there, again I didn't notice it, maybe you did. In the boot, usual salvage car. They've took the spare and the jack, very good. Tailgate's okay. This side is a good side. Everything seems fine, fresh, there's not a lot of dings and dents. Roof's okay. Near side front wing's okay. No suspension damage. Glass all intact, windscreen all intact. Get round to the front. Obviously, we're into bumper grills, bonnet, offside headlamp. I've propped the bonnet up just to make it easy to open. Front panel obviously, and again something I didn't notice, I don't know if you'll see it in this image, but you can just see it, inlet manifold's actually cracked. So the car does start, but it's a bit lumpy because of that. Again, inlet manifolds for these aren't cheap, so a bit unfortunate, but there you go. Front cross member looks okay. Number plate's obviously damaged, neither here nor there. Round to the offside front wing again, needs replaced. Inside, not going to open the door too much because it's catching on the wing, but fresh enough, no bolster wear, 62k miles. I noticed this earlier. Bonus ball right there, folks. Free CD. In the back, again, seems okay. No rips, tears, bit grubby. We'll clean up fine. I'll start it up, but as I say, it's a little lumpy because of the damaged inlet manifold, but it does run. Switch it off. 2 keys, quite unusual for a salvage car. Don't often get that. And your final bit of luck, your final bonus ball if you like, is it's got full service history. So I'll flick through. Sorry, I'll skip through. So, served at 5,983 miles, 14,000 miles, 22,000 miles, 29,000 miles, 35,000 miles, 44,000 miles, 51,000 miles, 59,000 miles, and they're all main agent. Not all Volkswagen, but all main agent. So it's been well looked after. It's been someone's pride and joy. Next thing to do, get up in the ramp, strip the damage off, do an inventory of what we need, start pricing it up, second hand, new, aftermarket, we'll decide as we go. It's going to make a nice wee car. So I'll get it on the ramp and we'll cut back in and film the stripping. So that's the front end stripped off, guys, and I've exposed the running issue, which we knew about, not before we bought it, but we know about it now. It's not a big fix, it's quite an expensive inlet manifold, but it's a straightforward thing to fix. So I think the next thing to do, stick you back on hyperlapse and I'll strip the inlet manifold off it, get a new one, put that on it, and then that way the car can be driven about the yard. So there we go, inlet manifold off. I had a quick look down the bores there for any broken bits of plastic. It all looks pretty clear. So hopefully that's okay. I think the next thing I'll do is I'll order an inlet manifold for it, fit it and make sure the car's running okay before I go ahead and order any more bits. What we've got left, a big pile of bits. I think the radiator might be okay, but front panel's beyond repair. Need a wing, complete bumper, headlights, and obviously the inlet manifold. So while we're waiting on the inlet manifold being delivered, I think what we'll do is we'll jump onto this rust repair, fix this properly, take out the filler flap, probably take the back bumper off it, take the tail light out it, and grind the rust back, make sure it's not going to turn into a hole. If it does, we'll get it welded up and take it from there. So again, stick you on hyperlapse and I'll begin to strip it. So that's the rust all cleaned up, and I've put a Worth rust inhibitor on the rusty bits. There's no holes, it's cleaned up relatively nice. Caught it in time, left it any longer, it might have been a different story, but it'll clean up nice and it'll look as good as new. So just a wee quick update on the Volkswagen Up. I actually went ahead and done a couple of things off camera. First thing I did, and I think maybe the reason I did it off camera was I was a bit scunnered at the fact that this was quite rusty, this edge. So I basically cut a section out and welded a new section in. So that's all done and ground down, and I've put the old filler flap back in just to check everything fits. Obviously I'll take that back out and fill and paint it, but it's done properly. It'll all be sealed around the back, wax oiled, and hopefully no rust will come back. The other thing I did that I did off camera was, if you remember, the inlet manifold was cracked. So I've went ahead and fitted a new inlet manifold to it. And if you remember rightly, it wasn't running properly. But now, if I just get a restart, you'll hear it. First turn of the key, there's no cooling in it, so I'm not going to run it up to temperature. First drag of the key, engine sounds sweet. There's the old inlet manifold there, you'll see the damage. So that's all replaced now with a brand new one off of eBay. Aftermarket part, but seemed to be quite good quality, so that's all done. I think all told it was a £200, which wasn't cheap for what it was, considering we hadn't even considered it, but I'm guessing £200 a good price for something as sort of intricate and complicated as that. So all good. Okay, so back on the wee Up this morning. Showed you previously, got a replacement inlet manifold on now, and the front panel arrived. So I've stuck the original radiator back in the front panel. So I'm going to put the new front panel on, headlights in, crash bar on, and then I think after that we're into paint. So stick you on time lapse, and we'll see how we go this morning building up the front end. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. This is basically the headlight for the near side, which is the better headlamp, but unfortunately it's got a couple of broken lugs on it. But I thought this was quite cool. It's basically Volkswagen do a repair kit. So all you do is sort of grind away the webbing and the sort of excess plastic, and then this basically just screws on and replaces the broken lug. So basically makes the headlamp usable again. So I've actually screwed the one on the bottom just to let you see. So you can see that lug was broken and now it's got a mechanical fixing. So it's basically making a broken headlamp a good headlamp, which I think is pretty good for the dealer. So I'll screw this. It's hard to screw it on and film as well, so screw it on, then I'll cut back in and show you the finished item. So there you have it. New lug, fitted, screwed on, headlamp as good as new. Okay, so that's me finished with the front end of the Volkswagen Up. As you can see, brand new aftermarket offside headlamp, brand new genuine front panel support bracket, brand new aftermarket front panel, repaired near side headlamp, near side brand new genuine near side support bracket, original radiator went again. There's a tiny mark, but it's hardly worth worrying about. The radiator holds water, everything's good. Front cross member went again, undamaged. This brand new bracket which I painted, that ready to support the wing. So all in all, that's the front end all ready to get the new painted panels bolted on. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably call this an episode, and the next episode I'll be painting the panels and then getting the car all built back up.